I don't know, I get that. Hi, Penelope. Hi, Cubby. Good morning, just five, right? Yep. You still up there? Yep. Can you tell?
A little bit, but you don't seem more anxious than
Normal.
normal. Don't do that in a bad way. Okay, bye.
No.
Bye.
Hey, guys. Penelope. Hi, Catherine. Tori. Oh my gosh, how great. I don't know if you can hear in the background the dogs barking. It's because my husband just left and they're like, oh, I want to go with you. So that'll calm down in a minute. Aw, Tori, I hope you're doing well. Catherine, Lori, hey. So just a few more minutes, as I said in the kind of feed there, we're going to do a couple of hamstring stretches, pyramid pose. So I encourage you to have maybe a set of books, or if you have blocks, great, or maybe some cans of soup that'll help you kind of lift a little bit out of the hips. Hi, Fred. So again, gentle, but with a little bit of movement just to get our energy going and kind of get the cobwebs out and all of that. So, hey. Hi, Mindy. So I just grabbed some soup cans. I think the dogs think I'm making soup. And these are great. Dana Lucas actually did this on one of the live videos she did at Forza, and I thought it was such a great idea to use for a little elevation and if you don't have blocks at home. So that's great. And I hope everybody's doing okay. These teachings have been so huge for me and such a great way to reach out. I really am just so grateful to be able to do this. So, hi. So as you gather, say hi when you get here, just so know people are out there. And the sun is shining. So I left my shade open a little bit and might blur the visual just slightly, but I just thought it was so beautiful to bring in some light and into the practice. So, all right, I'm ready. I'm going to begin. Let's see. You going to be good dogs? You have your cans of soup. Nice. So finding your seat, I have, I'm sitting up on a sofa pillow, a little throw pillow. If you have a blanket or a towel, feel free to use that as well. Just to elevate your sit bones off the earth a little bit to get a little bit more length into your lower back. And yeah, I just want to remind us all how important it is to show up in these different forms. I know Force is doing a great bunch of classes with all their teachers, their yoga teacher, their spin teachers, Laura, George, Dana, Adrian, Judy, Sarah, and without those people, I truly would not be teaching yoga. So I'm ever so grateful to them, as Sarah Long especially kind of led me down this road of health and building strength in my body so I can become a teacher. So just want to give a shout out to them. My girlfriend Danielle Malella is doing healing over the phone, which has just been amazing as well. So really tapping into what's out there right now to ground us. But I also know that at some time we're going to start feeling isolated, if not already. And I really just encourage you, especially here, this practice today, to really come together, feel the positive energy of what we're doing, and just see if you can tap into, yes, here you are in your space on your mat, but also the people around you that are showing up here and taking this practice today. And, Fred. And just kind of really tap into that. I've really enjoyed being able to be with you in this form, and it really has energetically lifted me up. And it's really important that we find space to lift ourselves up, bring energy, positive energy, and also ground ourselves. And so if you've never done yoga before, or if you've done lots of yoga and you want to add on to this practice, please do. I'm really trying to feed, all levels at some degree, but I really want you also to stay safe. So as we begin today, just dropping into our bodies, dropping into our seat, just maybe close your eyes, maybe soften your gaze, and just feel as you sit a little taller, just take these shoulders and just kind of roll them down the back of the body, lengthening the neck. You might roll the chin a little bit, just kind of settling. And then just notice where you're gripping, maybe the neck, maybe the hips, maybe all those facial muscles. Begin to soften some of that. Soften the temples, the eyebrows, the eyelids. And as I say, even soften those eyeballs. Let go of some of that intensity that we don't need as we come together here today. And just feel the breath, that lovely tickle of an inhale at the end of your nose. And that release of a soft exhale. Just notice how that feels, the air as it comes in through the nose and out through the nose or the mouth. Just feel the breath. And then just notice the jaw. See if you can relax the jaw, the tongue. Maybe you can rest behind the bottom row of teeth instead of being pushed at the roof of the mouth. Maybe you can soften the lips. Create space in the cheeks. And then return to the sensation of the breath in and out. Maybe that tickle at the end of the nose. That rise and fall of the breath inside you. And just feel this breath as it rises from the belly and up into the ribs and then up into your heart center with that inhale. And then just feel it as it washes back out. Inhaling, feel that breath rise in you. And the exhale as it washes and releases back out. Inhaling. And exhaling. Just feel this breath flowing through your body, the center line of your body. And then just let that stress wash out of you as we come together here today. Feel the breath again as it rises. This time, take it into the neck, into the back of the neck and the shoulder blades. Begin to expand there and then just let it wash back out. Just feel that breath kind of running up the spine, into the shoulder blades, into the neck, and then washing back out. Again, just feel this breath flowing into your body, the front, the back of your body, the side of your body, and then let it release back out. Just a few more rounds as you inhale and you exhale. Inhaling as we settle and bring in fresh, new air. Exhale as we let go of what doesn't serve us. Again, inhale, just 2 more rounds. And that exhale. 1 more inhale. And 1 more exhale. And bring your palms together at your heart center and just sit a little taller here. Let the thumbs rest onto your chest and feel length into your neck. And today, let's just bow into our hearts, bowing into our hearts and bowing into each other as we bring energy to the spaces that we're individually in, maybe with a friend or a partner or family. But then bring that energy together as we practice here. And then take a nice inhale as you lift your head. Exhale softly out through the mouth. And 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more inhale. And exhale. And then coming together, if you like, with me for Om. Really nice. And today we're going to start our movements with our soles of the feet coming together. So as we bring the feet together, the knees roll out into this pose, Baddha Konasana, bound ankle pose. And as you just sit tall and just kind of feel around for a moment, notice maybe how this feels to the inner thighs and the outer hips. Just let the knees relax away and down into the earth. And just take a breath there and just feel 3 breaths. The inhales and the exhales, just kind of relaxing where you can those hips. Relaxing the neck. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. And then from here, keep those feet actively pushing together. We're just going to begin to make some small circles here. So as you do, you'll notice the balance kind of shifts around and you have to lift the pelvic floor slightly. That's all good. And then see if you can relax, letting the head roll a little bit. These don't need to be big circles, especially if you're up on a pillow or something. Just loosen up the lower back, loosen up the hips. And then just slowly switch directions, heading the other way. Should feel good as you begin to relax into it, as the muscles begin to say, ah, yeah, nice little bit of movement. Just feel your breath. Beautiful. And then the next time you come around towards the feet, just lengthen a little bit, maybe take the hands and wrap them around the toes and just fold forward and let the head go. Doesn't need to be big. I'm going to say that over and over. I just want you to let kind of gravity take your body and just let your lower back, inner, outer hips open up. Let the head roll a little bit. And then 3 breaths here. Take a nice inhale, maybe kind of lifting you slightly, and then exhale, letting go, maybe a little deeper, and letting the mind go, letting the muscles go. 2 more. Inhale, maybe lifting, and exhale, melting. 1 more. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale to melt. Beautiful. That feels really good. Now from here, lift the belly button, kind of draw it to your spine, tuck the chin, and just slowly roll yourself up. Yeah, let the shoulders melt down the back of the body. And then keeping these feet in Baddha Konasana, we're going to take the hands and cup the knees. And then we're going to sit back a little bit. So as we sit back, still kind of working on that spine, slightly tuck the chin, kind of round the shoulders. The balance kind of shifts, so find it. And just feel a nice little stretch into the back of the shoulder blades, the neck. And take your breath there. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Ah, that feels good. Now from here, we're going to move. We're going to take an inhale. We're going to lift our chest, roll the shoulders down the back of the body. And then exhale, we're going to round behind us again, stretching like that cat-cow. We're going to inhale, lift that heart, lengthening the front of the body, lengthening the neck. And then exhale, round behind us. 1 more. Inhale, lifting the chest, opening up that heart. And then exhale again, rounding behind us. Really nice. Ah, that feels good. And then from here, sit tall. Now you can stay in this Baddha Konasana, very nice to do, or just come and cross the legs. It doesn't matter, really. So I just want you to take and find what's comfortable for your knees and for your hips. And then take these arms. We're going to take and reach them up to the sky, getting a nice stretch to the sky. And just in these morning practices with yoga and movement, just walk one hand out and the other, relax the neck, again, working on opening up the body. Now we're working on the sides of the body. We just opened up the back and the front. Really nice. Good. And then from here, take both arms, reach them up to the sky. And then we're going to take these hands and we're just going to interlace them behind us. So you might bring them into your lower back with the hands interlaced, or you might take the palms facing out into your back. Whatever feels right. We're just going to keep the elbows soft and just make some nice circles of the shoulders. one direction. And then just switch the other direction. Good. And then from here, we're going to just take these shoulders, kind of roll them up a little bit towards the ears and then down. And as you kind of reach the knuckles down or push the backs of the hands into the back, just open up that chest a little bit. Open up the front of that body. Let the neck be long. And then with that chin lifted slightly and that chest open, now keep the chest open, but just let the chin dip down slightly. Just breathe there. Just feel the sensations. Not pushy, not forceful. Beautiful. And then slowly let the gaze reach back out in front. Release these arms. Give them a little bit of a shake. Perfect. And now if you're in that Baddha Konasana, I'm going to encourage you to take and come and cross into this Sukhasana, the seat, cross-legged seat. And we're going to take and sit tall here again. And we're going to take these arms, reaching them up to the sky again. And as you do, take a nice big inhale and an exhale. We're going to take another nice big inhale and an exhale. And from here, we're going to take that inhale and replace that right hand with an exhale down alongside our body. And this left arm reaches up. And then just come into that nice side stretch again as you kind of move through the body today, awakening it. And just find a little bit of movement. Explore these shapes. Bending the elbow, moving the head slowly. And then just feel that left sit bone dropping down into the earth and that nice reaching of the arm. Take a breath and inhale. And then exhale, just stay into this pose without all that movement and just feel the pose, feel the stretch, feel the shape. Gaze can be down or up, whatever feels right. One more breath. Beautiful. And then from here, we're going to take that left arm, begin to lift it back up to the sky. Let that right arm follow. Take a nice inhale there. And then we're going to take these palms, brush the walls with the fingertips. And as you do, let the fingertips come down onto the earth a little bit behind you and lift the chest. Open up that heart again. Yeah, as we just take this practice today, endlessly opening ourselves up and just allowing us to come together for this practice. Really bringing energy into our spaces to create union between me and you and those who are practicing and out in the world. Beautiful. Next inhale, begin to take these arms, reach them back up to the sky. Take that exhale. Take another inhale, and then bring that left arm down to the earth alongside you. And inhale, take that right arm up to the sky, and then over. Yeah, and just explore it. So as we first kind of arrive, feeling that right sit bone melting down, moving the head slowly. You might walk the fingertips out. I have cat hair all over my nose, I think. Just take a few breaths here. Beautiful. And then take another nice big inhale. And then with the exhale, just kind of settle into the pose. A little less movement. And just feel the stretch. The gaze can be down or up. Whatever feels right on your neck, honor that. One more breath. Now lift the pelvic floor and then begin to take that right arm to the sky and let the left arm follow. Take a nice inhale. Turn the palms out and exhale. Brush the side walls with the fingertips, letting the hands come down, fingertips kind of lifting you off the earth and open that chest again. Really nice. And then let the gaze come back out in front. We're going to take these legs, I'm going to bring them out in front and just give them a little shake or rock, just letting the knees have a break. And then see if you can remember and bring the opposite leg in front. It'll feel odd, so if you practice with me, I'm always challenging you to get out of that sort of comfort zone of repetitive behavior. So here's one example of how we can do that. And just rock a little bit, just feel your seat, ground yourself. Really nice. And then from here, take those arms, bring them back up to the sky, getting that nice reach. And just with that breath today, nice inhale and exhale. And then from here, we're going to take that right arm, reach it a little bit longer and cross it over our body to that left knee and that left palm. Take and bring it down behind you. Fingertips can lift you up and lengthen your spine. Draw the belly, rib, chest, and twist to the left. And just take your time here. If you're new again to yoga, it's just a nice twist that happens through the center line of the body. The heart opens. It's not pushy. Gaze can be over that left shoulder. Taking 2 more breaths here. Breaths that lift us on that inhale and open us and ground us on that exhale. 1 more. Really nice. And then as you unravel, take these arms back up to the sky. Inhaling and exhaling. And then on this next inhale, take this left arm to the sky, cross it over to the outside of that right knee, and right hand comes behind you. Lengthen out of your sit bones and then begin to twist softly, slowly, connected to the right as you kind of take the belly, draw it in, the ribs knitting up, the heart then opens, gaze over that right shoulder. 2 more breaths. 1 more. And then taking it again, unraveling, reaching the arms up to the sky. Take that nice big inhale. And this time with the exhale, bring the hands to your heart center and just bow back in. Really connecting us with breath, with union of our practice. So needed to connect with each other. Beautiful. 1 more breath here. Yes, and then very slowly, we're going to make our way to hands and knees. So you might have a towel or a blanket underneath your knees. And I want you to find, if you're using those props, those cans of soup or the books, if you use them, or if you have the blocks are perfect. And just have them available to you. I want you then to find hands and knees, tabletop position. So the hands are underneath the shoulders, the knees somewhat under the hips. And then we're going to move into that cat pose. We're going to take and curl the chin, tuck the tail, and reach the spine up to the sky. And then I just want you to kind of rock a little bit. Let the chin roll to one shoulder and then the other. Just letting that neck relax. And then come back into stillness. Take a nice inhale. Stay with that cat as you exhale again, pushing out of the hands, drawing the belly in. And then capture your next inhale. You're going to lift your chest forward and move into cow pose. Tail lifts, heart goes forward. And just feel that. So see if you can let the shoulders melt away from the ears. Feel maybe some nice stretch into the front of the body. Take a breath and inhale. Stay for that exhale. Beautiful. Take an inhale. And then very slowly begin to tuck the tail, tuck the chin, round the spine, and reach back into that cat. And then leading with the tail, begin to move back to that cow as you lift the chest and chin and reach. Exhale, leading with the tail, round into cat. And inhale, come back through to that cow. Exhale, coming into that cat. And inhale, reaching back to that cow. Really nice. Now come back. Nice neutral spine here. Hands and knees. We're going to take this right leg and we're going to reach it out behind us. So as we do, we're curling the toes under. And we're going to just pulse a little bit into that heel. So kind of pushing back into that heel should feel good. I want you to take and kind of lift the belly button to your spine. And see if you can keep the neck long without collapsing that neck. Perfect. 1 more breath, just sitting back into that heel. And then from here, we're going to take and lift that right leg off the earth. So nice long leg. And that right hand might shift a little bit more underneath you because we're then going to focus and take that left arm out in front. Really draw all the energy into the center line of your body and just breathe for 3, 2, 1. And then bring that left hand down. We're going to take this right knee, bring it down as well. We're going to let ourselves have a nice little break there by coming into child's pose. Let the knees come wide, toes together, and just melt down into the earth. Let the spine relax. The arms, they can be reaching out in front or they can be a little bit more bent and kind of whatever feels right on your shoulders. And just feel the breath here right in front of you. Beautiful. And then just slow. Come back up to that tabletop. Bring the knees back underneath you. Hands underneath the shoulders. And then take that left leg. You're going to reach it behind you. Tuck the toes under and just sit back into that heel. Just feeling this up the back of the leg. The belly button lifting to spine. The neck is long. And just small little pulses there. Really nice. One more. And then from here, we're going to take this left leg. We're going to reach it out behind us, kind of pushing behind us. Focus the gaze a little bit out in front. Lift the belly button and then take that right arm, the opposite arm, out in front. Reach long for 3 and 2 and 1. And then bring that right hand down, left knee down. Let the knees come wide again, and you're going to slide into that child's pose again. And you might find in this child's pose that you can take and begin to maybe walk the arms a little bit longer out, but to open up the chest, the shoulders, let the belly kind of melt down to the earth. But if you have any shoulder injuries or just something going on in your shoulders, please don't push into that. Let it just be safe and protected. One more breath here. And then from here, come back up. Tabletop position, that hands and knees. And those hands, this time, if you have your cans of soup or if you are using blocks or you don't have to at all, we're going to lift into a downward facing dog. And I just like a little bit more elevation, especially for the first one. So hands are on the earth or those props. And then just curl the toes under and just lift up. And let the feet be a little bit wider here. And just move your body. So just kind of let one knee bend, the other, the heel will lift on that opposite foot. Yeah, shift the feet, rock the hips, roll the head. Take a nice breath here. So those 3 breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. 2 more, sorry. Inhale. And exhale. Take another breath. Inhale. And that exhale. Now from here, we're going to take and walk our hands back to our feet. So we can bring the props with us or leave them behind. And just let the feet be a little bit wider and just let yourself come into this first standing forward fold. Opposite elbows if you like, or arms long, and just let yourself drape here. And just feel the practice as your body begins to open up. Bending one knee, shifting the weight side to side. Really nice. And then just take, and if your arms are at opposite elbows, let the arms drape. We're going to soften the knees, lift the belly, roll up to standing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gaze out in front. Take these shoulders, just roll them down the back of the body. Bring the feet a little bit more underneath you. And just feel here again your practice of yoga is coming together, supporting each other. Bring the hands to your heart center. And from here, take a nice inhale, sweep these arms up to the sky. And then exhale, fold forward. And here, take the hands. You might bring them to the shins or the thighs and kind of lengthen your spine out. And then melt into that forward fold. And then again, I want you to come all the way out and up to the sky, reaching for the sky. Bring the hands to your heart center. And we're going to do 3 more like that. Inhale, sweeps us up. And exhale, folds us forward. Uttanasana. Half lift hands to the thighs or the shins. Melt into your forward fold. And again, taking root and rise all the way up to the sky. Reaching. Hands come to your heart center. And 1 more. Inhale, sweep up. Soften your knees as you exhale and fold forward. Half lift. Melt, forward fold. And root to rise on that inhale, all the way out and up. And hands come to your heart center. Really nice. So we're going to add on to that. Taking a nice inhale, sweeping arms up. And then exhale, we're going to fold forward. Maybe the hands find those blocks or the cans of soup. And we're going to take a nice half lift and then step that right foot back. So in the camera, it'll look like my left foot, but I'm with you. We're doing the right. Take a nice inhale and just lengthen the spine and stay here for a moment, kind of drawing the muscles into that center line of your body. That right leg is strong and that left foot is planted. And just take a little bit of that movement that like we did earlier where we had the leg behind us and toes on the earth. And just feel a little bit of rocking back and forth. Yeah, should feel good. Nice. And then from here, we're going to take and bring that right knee down onto the earth. And then just lean in a little bit. So as you do, let that spine lengthen, let the heart open. Just feel the space, front of body, back of body. And then from here, we're going to take and bring these hands up onto that left knee. And same thing, open up the chest. Let the shoulders melt down the back of the body. And then take these arms, reach them up to the sky, this Anjaneyasana, this knee down lunge. Just feel this nice space. Maybe you take your gaze up, lift the belly, open the heart, watch your balance. And then slowly take a nice inhale and bring the hands down onto the earth or the blocks or the props. And then from here, we're going to take and lift this right knee up. And we're going to step it forward. And lengthen out and melt into our forward fold. And then root to rise again, coming all the way up to the sky, opening our hearts, and then bring the hands into our heart center as we come together. Again, bringing all of that into our hearts. And then again, as we send it back out, open up and dive forward. Uttanasana. Half lift as we lengthen out. And then from here, stepping that left foot back, nice and long. And pause there. Again, hands on the props or onto the earth. lengthening, opening up the chest, reaching the shoulders long, a nice kind of pulsing or swaying head to heel. One more. And then let that left knee melt down to the earth. Should feel good. And then just lean in a little bit, opening up the heart center, lengthening the neck. You can always slide those props under the hands. Just leaning in a little deeper. Beautiful. And then from here, sitting back a little bit, taking and bringing the hands onto that right thigh. Lift your chest up. And just open up the gaze out in front. The neck is long. Balance is maybe a little challenge. Just work with it. It's okay. Just find what's right for you. And then from here, take these arms, reach them up to the sky. Gaze out in front. Open up the heart. Lift the belly, the pelvic floor. One more breath here. Beautiful. Take an inhale. And then let these hands come down back to the earth of the props. Woo, feels good. And then lift that left knee. And again, we're going to take our time, step forward, and melt into a forward fold. And then Uttaraj, sweeping all the way out and up to the sky, reaching, opening up, and then taking all that goodness, bring it into your heart. Just pause there. One more breath. Lovely. Take a nice inhale, sweep back up to the sky, reaching nice and long. And then fold forward, Uttanasana. And again, we're going to take this right leg and we're going to bring it back behind us, just adding on a little bit. So we're going to take and just find a little bit of movement again. Each time we reconnect, we find maybe something a little bit more delicious about the shape. We relax into it a little bit more. And then let that right knee melt down to the earth. And then lean in a little bit. As you do, open up that heart. And here's where we're going to add on. We're going to just roll back. So extending that leg. That's where these props can be really helpful. Melting over and then moving. We're going to move for 5. So that was 1. Lifting the chest. And then exhaling, kind of rolling back, lengthening the leg. 2. And then inhale again, just moving with your body. Exhale, rolling back. And then again, coming forward as we open up that heart, lift the chest. One more time as we exhale, back. Last time, inhale as we go forward. And exhale as we roll back. Beautiful. Then from here, we're going to come back, bringing that left foot back down onto the earth, sliding the hands back to the knee, lifting the chest, opening up that heart. Taking these arms, let's bring them up to the sky again. Focus out in front. Take that nice balance here. And we're going to bring this into a twist. So that right hand crosses to the outside of that left knee and left hand comes into your lower back. Palm can be facing out. Now lift out of your hips a little bit and then twist to the left. My back will be to you. Gaze can slowly go over that left shoulder. One more breath. You've got this. Beautiful. And then sweep the arms back up to the sky, getting that nice stretch. And then hands come down back to the earth of the props, the blocks. And then from here, we're going to step forward. So again, that right knee lifts. It can be a couple of little steps or one big step. But this time, bring your feet a little bit wider. I'm going to turn to the front. A little bit wider than hip distance. And then just turn the toes out slightly. And then just sit down into a kind of nice modified squat. If you have a deeper squat that you want to go into, that yogi squat, you're welcome to. I'm just going to kind of move here. Loosen up the lower back. Lift the pelvic floor. Feel the breath, a little bit of heat building in our bodies. Really nice. Now from here, we're going to come out of this. So the hands can come back to the props or the earth. We're going to begin to lengthen the legs, turn the toes back in. You're back in that forward fold. Heel toe the feet, maybe just a little bit closer together. Take that half lift to lengthen. Melt into that forward fold. And then sweep your arms all the way up to the sky as you receive, and then take all of that goodness into your heart. Feel the heartbeat. Feel the warmth. And then inhale again as we move to the other side, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, dive. I love the sun coming through the windows. Half lift, it lengthens you nice and long. And then the hands come down, other side, left foot steps back. Find your space here. Same little sequence, just adding on. Just take and rock a little bit for 2. And 1. Really nice. And then let that left knee come down onto the earth. Toes curled or not. And we're just going to lean in a little bit. Should feel good. Let the shoulders melt down the back of the body. Hands can be on those props if you have them, if you're using them. 1 more breath like this. Really nice. Now from here, take a nice inhale. And then we're going to just begin to reach back. That right sit bone goes back. We melt over that right leg. And inhale as we roll forward again. Exhale as we roll back. Really nice. 3 more. Inhale as we roll forward. Exhale, rolling back. Inhale, forward. Last time. Exhale as we roll back. Should feel nice as we extend our bodies. And then slowly bring that right foot back to the earth. Find your balance here. We're going to take the hands to that right knee and we're going to lift up. Yes, open up the chest. Open it up. Shoulders melt away from the ears. Just connect to your body, connect to each other. Remember, bringing that energy all together for us today. Reaching out to each other. And then from here, take these arms, reach them up to the sky. Take your breath. 1 more. Building some heat. We're going to take that left hand to the outside of that right knee and right hand wraps around into our lower back. Palm can face out. Lengthen and then twist. This time I'm twisting towards you. Yeah, and gaze might go out over the back shoulder. Notice the legs. They're working. The breath as even as you can make it. 1 more as I challenge you, building that heat. Really nice. And then unravel back up to the sky. And then let these hands come down back to the props or the earth. And again, we're going to step forward and find that squat. So that left leg lifts, stepping it in. And the feet can be wide again. And just sit back, turning the toes out. And just let it be as it is. Just feel the space, inner thighs, lift the pelvic floor. Watch your knees, don't overdo. Just 2 more breaths. Beautiful. 1 more. Really nice. Now, from here, we're going to take these hands, bring them to the earth of the props, begin to lengthen, turn the toes forward, heel toe them back a little bit more underneath you, and then find that forward fold. And then, again, root to rise, sweeping all the way out and up to the sky as I step back. Get a nice reach here, and then bring this into your heart center. Inhale and exhale. So nice. And just pause. Pause into your body. Feel the energy just from the practice so far, the blood flow, the breath, hopefully a slight calmness of the mind, a sense of those around you that you're not alone. One more breath. Nice. Now, from here, we're going to add on, but we're going to shift the poses a little bit. So I really do encourage you to have those props to lift us up. So we're going to take this right foot and we're going to step it back and find warrior one. So the right toes on a face of a clock, if it's right in front of you, the right toes will be at about 2 o'clock. So turned out a little bit. And that right hip is rolling forward. I want you to take these arms, reach them up towards the sky, and then just bend in a little bit. So that left knee is over that left ankle, and just feel the breath here. Similar shape we keep doing today. I want you to just take a nice inhale and lift the chest with the exhale. So a little bit of a back bend. Take another breath, and exhale. One more. Really nice. Now from here, we're going to take and push out of this left leg. So we're getting some nice length into the legs. And we're going to begin to fold forward. So please take your time here. You can fold forward, lengthening and letting the arms melt, or you can bring the hands to the hips and fold. Find those props. I encourage it to bring the hands down to. I'm going to bring mine even higher. And I want you to take that right foot, just step it in a little bit, maybe turn the toes a little bit more to the front. Pyramid pose. And just allow yourself, take a nice big inhale, and just exhale over that left leg and just feel the breath here. But we're going to take 2 more like that. We're going to take a nice inhale, kind of lengthen, soften the left knee, and then exhale, melt over. One more. Inhale, bend that left knee a little bit, lengthen the spine, and exhale, melt over. Really nice. Now, taking your time here, you might need to shift a little bit. We're going to take 3 more breaths, but we're going to stay in the pose without that movement. The movement is the breath. Inhales, exhales. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Beautiful. And exhale. Love it. Now, from here, we're going to take and bend that left knee. And again, we're going to step forward. Lengthen. Melt and release. And root to rise all the way up. And hands to your heart center. Really good. So we're going to do that on the other side, coming into those nice stretches of the hamstring, lengthening of the back. So starting by taking that left foot, and we're going to step it back, finding warrior one. So the left heel now is down on the earth, and the toes on a face of a clock are at about 10 o'clock. And just pause there. That right knee bends. It's over that right ankle. And then take these arms up to the sky. Your torso facing forward, and just breathe there. See if you can take a little bit of a lifting of the heart today, opening up our hearts, coming together, taking in the goodness of what we're doing here, this bringing ourselves together, staying connected. Take another breath, inhale and exhale. Really nice. And then from here, we're going to take that right leg and we're lengthening it, kind of zipping up the center line, engaging and lifting the inner thighs. And then we're going to begin to fold forward. So you lengthen, maybe fold the arms out to the side or bring them to your hips, whatever is comfortable. Watch your balance. Hands then find the props, maybe the blocks, the soup cans. Shimmy around slightly. Take the back toes and turn them a little bit more forward and even walk them a little bit closer to that right heel. Yeah, just take a pause. Find an inhale. Soften with that exhale. And then we're going to move for 2. Inhale, bend that right knee a little bit. And exhale, extend it. Inhale to bend it. And exhale to extend it. Really nice. Now, in this, I want you now to just melt with your next exhale and just let yourself quiet here. The breath will be the movement. One more. Beautiful. And then this time, we're going to take, and instead of stepping forwards, we're going to step back. So bend that right knee a little bit. You might have the hands on those props. We're going to step that right foot back. And magically find our way to that downward facing dog with or without those props. And just feel it. Maybe the body's a little bit more open than that first downward dog. Take a nice inhale through the nose and exhale down into the heels. 2 more. You can always come down into child. Same breath in child. 1 more. Exhale down into the heels. Beautiful. Now from here, we're all going to meet in child's pose, but if you want, come through a flow, a little vinyasa. You can come through to that plank. And with that plank, you can always bring your knees down and lower yourself down all the way. Chest, chin, or full plank. Lift to a cobra. Beautiful. And then reach out of this sliding back. You might take a downward dog and then come down to that child. All of us can meet in that child. Take a few breaths. And if you'd like to take a few flows, do. If you need a little more movement, that's totally cool, right? Just do what you need. One of the good things about the home practice, you can kind of explore different venues of it. And just feel as you come into this child, that spine lengthening. Maybe there's more space in the shoulders. Maybe there's more space in the lower back and hips. Nice. And then just coming back up towards that tabletop, that hands and knees. And we're going to take and find a seat, but bringing our legs down, we're going to wrap them around the front. Yeah. And before we come down onto our backs, we're going to do a forward fold. But I encourage you to keep the knees a little bit more bent here. If you have the space and it feels healthy, you can extend the legs a little bit longer. But I definitely want you to spread those sit bones and get the sit bones down into the earth. And remember those fingertips that we found earlier? Push them down into the earth and lift the chest as you kind of lift the pelvic floor. Push through the heels a little bit. Dandasana. Just open up, reach the crown of the head to the sky. Draw the muscles of the core in. 1 more breath. I know it's effort. Beautiful. And then from here, keeping those knees a little softer, walk forward, long spine. And just let yourself melt here. So hands can be on the earth. You might find the feet, or they might be behind the calves. And then eventually, just let your head go. You're going to feel this up the back of the legs, up the glutes, up the spine, into the neck. But just balance it. Use the breath for 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Lovely. And then just slow, begin to roll back up, lift the pelvic floor to do this. Nice. And we're going to make our way down onto the mat all the way down. So you might take a core practice, tucking the chin and rolling down. You might take and bring the forearms down. Tuck the chin, still lifting the core. However it is, just make your way down onto your back. Oh, that feels good. And just shift there. See if you can find me. There it is. Rock the knees a little bit, side to side. Should feel good. And then just slide these feet a little bit more closer, a little closer to your sit bones. And make sure you don't have anything like a big pillow under your head. Let your head for this, we're gonna come into bridge. Let it stay down onto the mat, onto the earth. And then push into the feet, lift the belly, and begin to lift your hips off the earth. Kind of sending the knees forward and imagining you're holding maybe a block between your knees. And try not to have the chin dip, but neck is long, but the chin a little bit more up to the sky. And again, let the sit bones kind of reach to the back of the knees. Yeah, take another breath here. Really nice. And then slowly just roll your spine down. Good. And then draw these knees into your chest, giving them a hug. Yeah, nice circle at the knees. One direction. And then the other. Really nice. And then from here, we're going to move into happy baby. So this pose, you can take the outside or the inside of your feet or yogi toe lock and kind of let the knees bend, and you're almost 90 degrees at the hips and knees. But if that is difficult and hard to reach, you can always take your ankles, and you can always just kind of bring the hands behind the knees as well. And just rock that back. Let's take a few breaths. Nice. And then as you release, take these knees back into the chest. And we're going to take the knees and we're going to roll them over to the left. So you can always bring your feet down as we come into this final twist, taking them over to the left, and that right arm can open up. You can always slide a blanket or something under the knees as well. And just let yourself release here, these lower back, this outer hip, this chest and heart center. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Lovely. And then slow, just come back through to center, drawing the knees in. And then take the knees slowly over to the other side, over to the right. Let that chest open up. That left arm can reach out to the side. Gaze over to the left or wherever it feels right for you. One more breath. And then bringing these knees back through to center, hugging them in. Sliding the soles of the feet down onto the earth again. And today I'm going to give an option. You can take and come right into Shavasana and take a few breaths, a few moments there with me. And I'm just going to guide you with breath. Or you might come and sit up, as we're just going to take sort of 3 minutes of sort of a guided breath, guided meditation. So you might stay laying on your back, or you might sit up. Whatever feels right. And just really let your body melt down into the earth. If you're seated or laying down, and just feel grounded Really tap into that. Even mantra, I am grounded, I am here, I am one. If you're laying down, just feel the muscles all along the back of the body just melting into the earth. Seated, all of us, just feel the breath as it moves in your body. Sharing our practice, building this energy of union, togetherness. So needed right now. Hugging ourselves, hugging each other with this practice today. Let's feel the breath, this beautiful breath inside you. And just being here, just being this final bit of your practice, just let yourself go. Let yourself go into the sweetness, the goodness of it. Beautiful. And if you're laying down, you can stay there. If you're in your seat, just stay here. Let yourself kind of move with this practice a little bit longer. Just really kind of tapping into this gentleness, this connection. And as you bow into your heart, bow into yourself, bow into that goodness. And then receive that goodness of others as we come together and support each other. Receiving it and then sending it back out. You might come with me, taking an inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. And inhale for Om. Namaste. Thank you, yogis. Thank you for letting me practice with you and for showing up. It's beautiful. And again, I can't say it enough. You help me as much as hopefully I might be helping you. And I really encourage, start reaching out to people, calling people, FaceTiming people. That connection is really important right now. Call somebody who you know is alone. Call an elderly neighbor who you really don't know that well, but call them. Call those people that you think are so strong. Call them. Reach out to them. Call me. I know it means a lot to everybody at these times, and we have a bit to go, so we should start really tapping into doing, at least for me, things that are maybe not so comfortable, but try reaching out and supporting through the phone, through technology. Thank you. Let me know if you enjoyed this. I know Fred did, and Penelope, they're fast asleep. Namaste.